Well, good morning, everyone. Good to see you all again. Let's see what day it is today. So the last day of school we had was, does anyone remember? Yes, Tuesday. Then it was Wednesday, that's a forest class day. So today is Thursday. Yes, so let's put that frog down on Thursday. All right, and who remembers what our month is called now? Yep, it's the month of November. Let's count the days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and what comes after 10? 11, yes, and let's see what color turkey it will be. Brown, yellow, orange. Brown, yellow, orange. Brown, yellow. So we have a yellow turkey with an 11 on it, and that was Wednesday, a forest class day. So we need to do one more day. 9, 10, 11. What comes next? 12. And let's see here. Brown, yellow, orange. Brown, yellow, orange. So we have a number 12 with an orange on an orange turkey. All right, so let's say the day. So today is Thursday, November 12th. All right, so now we need to figure out what the weather is like today. So look out your window and see if it is foggy or windy or stormy or sunny or cloudy or snowy or partly cloudy or rainy. And remember, it can be more than one of those things. It can be 2 or 3 even. All right, so now we need to figure out what the temperature is today. So you'll need to step outside and feel what it feels like. Does it feel cool or warm or cold or hot? All right, so make sure to check on the temperature. All right, so this week and last week we've been talking about the different kinds of food or food groups. So far we've talked about fruit, vegetables, and protein. All right, so we're going to talk about 2 more food groups today. And I have a book to read to you in my mystery envelope. And this book mentions at least one of our food groups that we're going to be talking about today, or one of the items in that food group. So let's see, what is the book called? These are kind of popular books, so you might have read this before. This is called If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. All right, so let's see what happens when you give a mouse a cookie. If you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to ask for a glass of milk. When you give him the milk, he'll probably ask you for a straw. When he's finished, he'll ask for a napkin. Then he'll want to look in a mirror to make sure he doesn't have a milk mustache. When he looks into the mirror, he might notice his hair needs a trim. So he'll probably ask for a pair of nail scissors. When he's finished giving himself a trim, he'll want a broom to sweep it up. He'll start sweeping. He might get carried away and sweep every room in the house. Goodness, I wish he'd come to my house and do that. He may even end up washing the floors as well. When he's done, he'll probably want to take a nap. Gets pretty tiring cleaning like that, doesn't it? You'll have to fix up a little box for him with a blanket and a pillow. He'll crawl in, make himself comfortable, and fluff the pillow a few times. He'll probably ask you to read him a story. So you'll read to him from one of your books, and he'll ask to see the pictures. When he looks at the pictures, he'll get so excited he'll want to draw one of his own. He'll ask for paper and crayons. He'll draw a picture. Isn't that funny, a mouse drawing a picture? When the picture is finished, he'll want to sign his name. With a pen. Then he'll want to hang his picture on your refrigerator, which means he'll need Scotch tape. He'll hang up his drawing and stand back to look at it. Looking at the refrigerator will remind him that he's thirsty. So, he'll ask for a glass of milk. And chances are, if he asks for a glass of milk, he's going to want a cookie to go with it. All right, so there were a couple of foods mentioned in that book. One of them was something you drink. Did anyone notice what it was? Milk, yes. So today we're going to be talking about the dairy and dairy alternatives group, okay? So dairy is anything that's made out of milk, and dairy alternatives are things you can eat and drink instead of dairy, because some people can't have milk. They can't have milk products, things that are made with milk. So they might drink or eat other things instead. All right, and we're also going to be talking about grains today. So, and you know what? I forgot to grab my grains pictures. I only grabbed my dairy pictures. Let me go grab them really quick. I'll be right back. All right, here I am. I forgot because I kind of do them on different days with the 3's and the 4's class. All right, so our dairy, so let me quick here. So dairy and dairy alternatives. Dairy is anything that's made out of milk. So here's milk. And let's see here. We also have butter. Butter is made out of milk. Let's see, let's keep that separate. Evaporated milk. You can buy that at the store. That's made out of milk. Pudding is usually made out of milk. Let's see. Ice cream is made out of milk. That's always a favorite, right? Cheese is made out of milk. Yogurt is made out of milk. All right, and then I only have one picture for a dairy alternative. It's called a soy beverage. So sometimes people who can't drink milk, they might drink soy milk or almond milk, all right? And there are also all different kinds of products that are made out of different things that are kind of like milk, all right? So that's our our dairy and dairy alternatives. So our grains, that's a whole nother section. So grains, we talked about where, in some of our small groups, we talked about where bread comes from, right? It comes from wheat. So wheat is a grain. So here's bread. That's in the grain category. Crackers are in the grain category, excuse me. Pasta is in the grain category. Some cereals are in the grain category. Some pancakes are in the grain category. And let's see, oatmeal is in the grain category. And let's see, last one. Quinoa is in the grain category. So I bet you've had quite a few of those things when you eat, right? Grains and some of the dairy things that I showed you. So we need to find 2 more pictures for our plate today. Remember, we've been working on this plate. So far, I found a pomegranate, which is a fruit, green beans, which are a vegetable, and chicken, which is a protein. So today, I need to find a dairy and a grain. So let me see what I can find here in my magazines. Oh my goodness! Look at this! I found both a dairy and a grain in one picture. That's kind of handy. Look what I found. I found a picture of bread with a kind of cheese on top. So that is a grain, the bread, and the cheese is a dairy. So I can cut that out, and I have both of those 2 food groups in one picture. That was lucky, wasn't it? Now you might not find that. You might have to find 2 separate pictures, and that's okay too. But I just got lucky and happened to find the grain and the dairy in one picture. So then I need to put my glue on there. And stick it down. All right, and so I have just finished my plate. It has all of my different food groups on it. Fruit, vegetable, protein, and grain, and dairy. So I finished my plate. So you can hang that up at home if you want, if you finished yours. All right, now we also, in your packet, you had some food group sorting. It looked kind of like this, all right? You guys got the cards cut out in the 3's class. So we have, this is a picture of a place setting, right? Fruit, vegetable, grain, protein, and dairy. So I'm going to take my pictures that I have and sort them out into those different categories. Now, if you want, you can sort these and not glue them down right away, so that way you can do it more than one time. Or you can go ahead and sort them out and glue them down. That's what I'm going to do right now so that I can show you, all right? So what is a banana? What kind of food is a banana? Yes, it's a fruit. So I am going to take some glue and put it on the back of my banana, and I'm going to stick it in my fruit category. That's the little section here that shows the grapes. All right, so there's my banana in my fruit section. Let's see. Oh, here's a picture of fish. Does anyone remember what category fish was in? Yes, it was in the protein section with chicken and steak and those nuts and things like that. So I'm going to stick that down here in the protein section. Right down here. Okay. And let's see. Oh, I have a box of cereal. Now we just talked about that. What section was that going to go in? Yes, that goes in the grain section, right? With the bread and the pasta. So let's stick that down in there in the grain section. And let's see here. Aha! Here is some yogurt. We talked about that today too. So what section does that go in? Yes, the dairy section. The dairy section on here shows a little thing of cheese. So we'll put it right over there in the dairy section with the cheese. There it is. And then we need to find a vegetable. So just a second here. Because there's a, oh, look at that. This is a bell pepper. A bell pepper is a vegetable. So we'll go ahead and glue that one down on the vegetable section. All right, so there are a lot more pictures to sort out, okay? But I'm just sorting one of each for you right now, okay? So you can kind of get an idea of what you're doing. And remember, if you want to be able to do this activity more than once, just don't glue the pictures down right away. You can just sort them and then stack them back up again. Then when you're ready to glue them down, you can. All right, so that's another thing you can do. The last thing I have to show you is something that you can just kind of do when you want. This is called All About the Number, and there's one for each number. So this one says All About the Number 1, okay? okay? And you can just do this with your mom and dad, the sections that you understand, okay? So this says to color the number 1, so you color it. This is color 1 square. You're going to trace the number 1 and the word. Draw a number 1 tally, which just means a line. Circle the word 1 here. Add 1, subtract 1, and then you're going to circle the picture group that only has a 1. Or one picture in it. All right. So we have these sheets for every number all the way up until 10. Okay. So that is another thing you can work on. All right. So that is what I have for you today. I'm going to see some of you today at 10:30 for small group time. And we will hopefully have time for a scavenger hunt, a food scavenger hunt. We ran out of time in the Tuesday class, but maybe we'll do it next week. But hopefully we'll have time to do our scavenger hunt, our food scavenger hunt. All right? So I'll see you all later. Bye, everyone.